Yunli and Jiaqiou were drip marketed, and the hype for 2.3 and 2.4 is in full motion. There's a lot of promising units on the horizon of different varieties and archetypes. As usual, there's chapters in the video, so you can skip around and see my insights for each character that's coming out. But I recommend watching until the end of the video to get a full view of the state of the game. Firefly is a highly anticipated fire destruction unit who is focused on breaking. She eats her own HP, and using her skill twice will activate her ultimate, increasing her speed by a ridiculous amount. She can also implant the enemy with fire weakness. From what I see, it looks like her build completely ignores crit and damage percent, so farm up those break effect sets. It goes without saying that Ruan Mei is her best support, and I'd say she's almost attached at the hip to her. Luckily for us though, Ruan Mei's rerun is here, and I know all the dot players and break players will be very happy about it. She's an ice harmony that increases your whole team's damage percent, rest spend, speed, and break efficiency. Even when she was released, she was already quite solid, and with the emergence of new comps that heavily rely on the break efficiency she provides, she's even stronger in the meta. I highly suggest people to pull for Ruan Mei if you run dot or break archetypes, as she is genuinely the key unit for most of these comps. Personally, I am looking to pull for both Ruan Mei and Firefly and pull off an F2P miracle run. I'll be streaming it on this channel. Subscribe so that you don't miss it. For the 4-star rate-ups, it's Xie, Misha, and Gallagher. Xie is great alongside Ruan Mei and Imaginary Trailblazer, and Gallagher is the best in slot sustainer for Firefly. For the light cones, it's Eyes of the Prey and This Is Me. Both of these light cones don't have synergy with any of the units in the banner, but at least it has Memories of the Past, which is an insanely good light cone for Ruan Mei and Imaginary Trailblazer, especially at S5. For the signature light cones, I would say that both Ruan Mei and Firefly's cone are great pickups, especially since it gives them break effect. If you want both, then I suggest pulling for Firefly's cone first. If you manage to hit S5 Memories of the Past, then you can ignore Ruan Mei's cone. Up next is Jade, a Quantum Erudition unit that looks to be a sub-DPS. She has some promising synergy with other Erudition units, Blade, and other follow-ups. I have my doubts about her fitting in the Ratio Robin Aventurine Topaz team, and I'm a little wary of her effectiveness outside of pure fiction. But from what I've seen, she looks to be great with Blade. I personally wouldn't pull for her, but if you like her vibe, and if you've got the units she synergizes with, go ahead. Alongside Jade is Argenti's rerun. He's a physical Erudition that needs a lot of energy to function. Units like Tingyun and Huohuo are nice to run with him. His best use case is in pure fiction, where his AoE is truly unmatched. However, he's about average in MOC. If you're looking for something more potent, keep your eye out for the next 5-star. The rate up 4 stars are Serval, Natasha, and Asta. Out of these units, I think only Asta's useful, to be honest. For the light cones, it's Shared Feeling, which is okay, Trend of the Universal Market, which sees play in debuff comps, and After the Charmony Fall, which is a new Erudition light cone that boosts break effect and speed. Both Jade and Argenti's signature light cones are amazing for their respective owners, if you're looking for a boost in power. Now let's move on to the drip marketed characters. Yunli is a physical destruction unit that drains her own HP akin to Blade, and has counterattacks like Clara. I'm sure she'll be solid for MOC, and she's going to be a decent pickup even if you have Argenti, since he's more AoE focused. Jiaqiou is a fire nihility character that is rumored to shred death and have some healing on the side. I'm certain that people will call him a 5-star Pela. He could be potentially the best in slot for Acheron team comps, and he might be useful in break comps since death is one of the few stats that boost break damage. I don't think his healing will amount to much, and I'm fairly confident he can't replace a sustainer on his own. I see this more of a bonus, and to ease out the no-sustained zero-cycle comps that optimized dolphins and whales use. There's also a free 4-star Imaginary Hunt March alternate. Unless she gives her team a conditional buff, I have high doubts she's going to be anywhere near the free Doctor Ratio's damage output. Onto the state of the game. Last time, the break meta surfaced, and with how the current meta is shaping, I'd say it's going to be around the same for quite a while. Debuff comps, follow-up comps, and breakers are all going to get their supports, and then we'll most likely shift into something new. Whatever that new thing is, I have no idea. This MOC and Pure Fiction had their HP bloated by 2%. so the difficulty has indubitably spiked with that 1.5 million HP Kafka. If you already have good elemental coverage, then I highly suggest that you start vertically investing into your meta characters. Personally, I already have my Mono Quantum Jiaqiou comp that I can brute force into almost anything in MOC. And now I'll have to pull off a miracle run to pull Firefly, Ruan Mei, and both of their light cones in one stream. The reason why I'm doing this is so that Firefly can implant on the second side of MOC, while Silverwolf implants the other. Effectively, this allows me to ignore weakness typings, and I only ever have to worry about Abelons and the innate rest that enemies have. I'll be live streaming it here on my main channel, so I'll see you there when the patch drops. Now, who are you pulling for? Tell me your plans in the comments, and I'll share more account-specific advice. That's it for me, my name is Kyte, and I'll see you all in the next video. See ya, peace.